This show is produced by the Harwood Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Cindy Harris, and we love making this show available to you free of charge. If you'd like to help us keep it that way, make a contribution to our Karma Jar or become a show sponsor. To learn more, visit our website. Today I'm making a batch of these little raspberry cream cheese puffs. This is a great recipe to have on hand for when you have friends in sort of last minute. Many times there are ingredients that we already have in the refrigerator and you just put them together and they make this wonderful little sweet for your tea tray. We're going to begin by making the cream cheese filling for our puffs. So in a medium-sized bowl I have 4 ounces of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Now because this is such a small amount of filling, I'm just going to use my little mixer here, and I'm going to mix this until it's nice and smooth. I'm going to set our filling off to the side, and I've got a baking sheet out. I'm going to put a piece of parchment on top. And now I have a package of crescent rolls that I found in the refrigerator section of the store. But as you unwind it, leave it whole. We don't want to take it apart as if we were making crescents. Now I've got a non-serrated knife here, and I'm going to start by cutting this in half with a sawing motion back and forth. And you'll see I'm not crushing the dough. I'm just sort of slicing through it. And I'm just going to continue cutting these pieces in half. And the reason I do that is because it's important that we have these puffs be about the same size. So if you keep cutting them in half, you'll find with 1 tube of dough you end up getting 8 puffs. I'm going to place each one on our baking sheet, making sure to leave a little space in between. And now I'm going to make the cavity for our filling. So I'm going to use my thumb and I'm going to press a nice sized cavity inside our little puff. I'm going to go through and do that on each of our little circles of dough. Now I'm going to take 2 teaspoons and I'm going to get just a little bit, maybe about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half of the cream cheese mixture, and I'm going to put that right in the center of each of our little puffs. So you can see each puff has a nice generous portion of the cream cheese filling. And then I'm going to top each one with a little bit of raspberry jam. Now this is raspberry freezer jam that I made, and I got the recipe from my Farmers Market Gourmet podcast. So if you'd like to make some of it, it's wonderful to keep in the freezer just for things like this. And I have just a small teaspoon, and I'm just going to dollop that right on top of the cheesecake. And you can see each one has just this little bit of jam on the top. It gives it great color and great taste. Now I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and these are going to go in and bake for about 15 minutes. While our puffs are baking, I'd like to take a moment and tell you about a couple new offerings I have up on our website. The first is a little book I've written called Tea with Your Reflection. Tea with Your Reflection is a wonderful little book that you can download. It's got tools for reflection, self-discovery, all while you're sitting down and having a cup of tea. And Tropical Tea with Ease is a wonderful book if you're into having themed teas. What I did is I was inspired by a tea that I had on the island of Maui one time, and I've written this book so that you can sort of replicate it. I have ideas for the invitations, the table setting, as well as wonderful recipes for the foods that you can serve. Both of these books are available for e-readers, or if you want to download it as a PDF and read it on your computer. Either way, go to our website and you can visit our store and they'll be there for you. Now these have come out nice and golden brown, but I do want to get them off of the cookie sheet to stop cooking. Now if you find that you had any of your filling kind of slide off, you can just take a knife and bring it right back on top. Now these puffs are delicious served at room temperature, but if you do want to make them ahead of time, you'll have to store them in the refrigerator. But just remember to take them out, 15 or 20 minutes before you're ready to serve them, just to bring them to room temp again. Now if you'd like to try these at home, just go to our website, visit the Comfort Tea show notes, and I'll have the recipe there for you. And as always, if you have any questions, please send me an email. I'll see you next time.